Hey, welcome back to Turntable Guy. Oh, something on the bench again that doesn't belong here. This ugly box is a recent purchase by myself. I've always wanted one of these for some silly reason. So I decided to get one that wasn't too big and wasn't too small. This is a Technics SL-MC7. It's a 110 disc CD jukebox. I know people are probably saying, well, what the hell do you need a multi-disc CD player in 2022? Just throw that stuff on the hard drive. And I agree with you. This is going to be for classical music CDs. I kind of like to listen to them on CD still. I don't like to rip them and put them on the hard drive. I like to have them in disc form. And I usually try to buy the highest quality recordings that I can find when it comes to classical music. I'm not like a classical music aficionado by any means, but I do enjoy quite a bit of it, and there are some absolutely spectacular recordings out there that just sound phenomenal. I think I've mentioned it before, Telarc, Deutsche Grammophon, some of the old Philips and Denon CDs, they just sound really, really good. So I just thought it'd be nice to put them all in one big player and put this in the audio stack. So this just arrived. It came across the country, and I'm happy to report that it arrived unscathed. No dings, dents, scratches, nothing. I plugged it in. It's turning on. It seems to be working. But I like to give things a once-over. And as far as I can tell, the screws have never been touched on the thing. This thing is absolutely mint. It was advertised as mint, and it is mint. So I thought we could have a quick look at it and just see the service points. There's really not a whole lot. I know there's a belt in this thing, and I just want to see what condition it's in because it's probably been sitting for a while. So I thought we could crack this open and have a look and see what the guts are like, and check the belt and so forth. So let's open her up for the first time. I can tell the screws have never been touched in this thing, so that's always nice when it's never seen daylight. I think these were manufactured in the early 2000s. So this will be the first time the mechanism sees air again. Open air. There's 2 screws in the back. Oops, 4 around the sides here. Yeah, these screws are virgins. Never been removed. I used to own a one of those carousel ones. I think it was a 300 disc. I've never had one of these, which is just it's 100 discs all lined up. The carousel discs they're different. I think Sony, JVC, Fisher, a few companies like that made them. They are massive, and they don't fit in any kind of audio shelf nicely. They're just so deep that if you don't have the space, you definitely don't want one of those. Plus, there just seems to be a whole lot more that can go wrong in those carousel ones. In this one, the disc mechanism moves, and the discs stay put. Whereas the carousel one, the discs turn on a turntable, and there's usually a mechanism in the corner where the discs get played. That's why they're so deep. So you've got this massive, carousel here holding all the discs, and then you need all that space for the CD player in the back. Whereas this Technics, you'll see when I open it, it's pretty much empty. I mean, there's like a track here where the CD player moves back and forth, and the discs are all in the front. So it's much more space efficient. So anyway, here we go. think. Here we go. Really doesn't want to come apart. It's a little sticky at the front here. There we go. All right, here we go. Cover's a little flimsy. Ta-da! So like I said, there's not a whole lot to these. You get your discs that sit right along the front here. Here's your carriage. And this very long track that it moves along. There's a wire down here that is wrapped around the mechanism, and it goes back and forth. And there's 1, 2, 3 gears here. They're lubricated. Here's your motor with a belt. Let's turn it on. So when you turn it on, it should go through a reading process where it sees how many discs are in the unit, and it'll know exactly where the discs are. So let's power it on. I'll show you the front plate too once we get it back together. That's basically it. That's how the unit moves. That's the belt. The main cable is right here. It's a flexi cable right back here. And this is the main board back here. So this is your audio board. This unit has both digital and analog outputs. So you can use the internal DACs, and this has a MASH DAC system, the Technics MASH 1-bit system. Or you can use an optical output and use the DAC of your choice. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be hooking this up to my Cambridge Audio DAC Magic Plus. But what I might do is also hook it up via the RCA analogs and hook up the digital, and then switch back and forth on my receiver and see which one, if there is any difference, see which one sounds better. So that'll be something I do when I get it in my audio rack. So in the meantime, let's power it down and unplug it. And we're just going to get a look at this belt here. Just going to turn the unit around. So the belt is right here. And let's see what condition that's in. So it just goes around a couple gears here. Doesn't look too hard to remove. There we go. Here's our belt. So you can see that it's oblong, which is pretty typical for a unit that's probably been sitting around. A belt should be naturally round. And this one's sitting a little bit, in the position it was, or it's taken up the position that it was sitting in for all those years. So what I'm going to do, it's still elastic. It's still got, you can feel that it's not stretched, it's not slick, it's still got some stickiness to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the microwave for a few minutes, boil it, and so take a mental picture of that. So that's the shape it's in right now, and I will be right back and we'll see what condition it's in when I'm done. All right, we're back from our boiling, and here's our belt. So you can see it's much rounder now. You can still get an idea where the pulley on the motor sat. It's definitely on that side, but much rounder, and it's nice and clean. So what we're going to do is when I put it back, like if the home position was sitting here where the motor pulley is, I'm going to try and maybe turn it 90 degrees and put it so the motor pulley will be sitting here now, so we'll get a little bit more even wear on the belt. So I'm going to reinstall the belt back in the motor. I'll do that off camera because that's extremely boring. and I'll be right back. Okay, the belt's back on the motor there. Zoom in a little bit here. I'm going to put 1 drop of oil, just some standard electric motor oil. I'm going to put it underneath the pulley to lubricate the top bearing of the motor. Probably should have did this before I put the belt back on, but we won't get the belt wet. And that's it. 1 drop on the motor, and we will turn this back around. I'll plug it in. Turn it back on and watch it do its thing. Nope, we got unplugged. Let's try that again. There we go. All right. So let's load a couple discs. Zoom out just a little bit here. So I drop down the front panel here, and then you'll see how this cover moves up here. And what it does is it actually goes down to keep you from sticking your hand into the mechanism. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll just put a disc in, and I'll put it in slot say 49. Alright, so just flip this up and the disc goes in. And then when you close the front, you press play, it's going to have a look. Should grab that disc. And in she goes. And it is playing. I don't want to play that too long because I don't want another copyright strike. So there we go. That's basically how it works. I'm going to pull the camera down and then we'll get a look at the faceplate and we'll have a little peek around here. All right. Excuse my finger. All right, so there's our faceplate. I mean, this is open right now, so there's a lot of light pouring in. You can see my hand going in there. Usually this is pitch black, and you've got these lovely little LED lights here that light up the disc area for you. And here's our main controls. Typical CD kind of stuff, right? We got usual controls here. Like most stuff that you buy these days, it did not come with a remote control because I'm sure it's disappeared a long, long time ago. So let's press stop on this disc. And we'll open it up and we'll load a second one. Alright. And we'll put another disc in. And this time we'll put it, what you do is you slide this over. And then you drop your disc in. It's got to face this way to the right. And then you flip this up like this. So we know there's one in 49. If we press play on 49 again, I'm just going to turn this down. So it's going to go to 49. It'll grab 49. Right, and then we can go disc skip and we'll get the next disc. So it'll dump 49 and then move over to this one, grab it and start playing it. It's disc number 82. So it works great, and hopefully it's going to sound great too. Like I said, I want to do a little test to see what sounds better, the onboard mash which is Technics, what is it, multi-stage noise shaping. How that gets into mash is beyond me. Or is the DAC in my Cambridge Audio going to sound better? I'll let you know in the next video. I'm going to be doing a video on vintage Shure cartridges. Since Shure is no longer manufacturing cartridges, I thought I would let you see and hopefully hear what some of the different Shure cartridges sound like, starting from the M70, which is a lower line cartridge, all the way up to a V15-4. That's the highest end cartridge I have, and all the ones in the middle, hopefully. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this CD player video, and we will catch you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.